Good morning, children. In the previous video, we have seen what do you mean by convex and what do you mean by concave lens. Now we will see here the cross section of convex and concave lens. See, children, the cross section of convex and concave lens are shown in the figure 7.3, and the surface which is marked as 1, you can see 1 and 2 is shown in both the surface. 1 is a part of sphere 1, and while surface 2 is a part of sphere 2. So here we will study what do you mean by center of curvature. What is center of curvature? You know, in maths the center of circle you say. Here also somewhat same thing. The center of sphere whose parts forms surface of the lenses, means the sphere whose center and that part of that circle or sphere, it forms the part of the convex lens or concave lens. We call it as center of the curvature. In easy language we can say the center of sphere. And a lens with both surface spherical has two centers. It is shown, see, in figure A and figure B. C1 and C2, they both are the center of curvature. Then radius of curvature, the radii R1 and R2 whose of the spheres whose parts form the surface of the lenses. Means here also radius R1 and R2 are shown in both the figures. They are called as the radius of curvature. Means with the part of these spheres, they form the surface of the lenses. Then what do you mean by principal of axis? The imaginary line which is passing through both the center of curvatures, that is C1 and C2. You can see the line which is passing in both A and B figure, that is called as the principal axis. Then what do you mean by optical center O? Optical center means it is shown in figure 7.4. So here it is the point inside the lens, and when light rays pass through that without changing their path is called the optical center. Means it is the point inside the lens, and in this the light rays are passing. That we call it as the center of we call it that optical center. You can see rays P1, Q1, P2, Q2, they are passing through O, and they are going along a straight line, and we call that O is the optical center. Then principal focus. What do you mean by principal focus? When light rays are parallel to the principal axis are incident on a convex lens. You can see, children, here in figure 7.5 it is shown. When light rays parallel to the principal axis and they are incident on a convex lens, what happens? They converge at a point. You can see F1, they are the light rays, and where they converge means they join together. एका ठिकाणी ते मीट होतात. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? त्याला आपण इथे शो केलेला आहे F2 ने. This point is called the principal focus of the lens. When the light rays are parallel to the principal axis, when they are incident on the convex lens, जेव्हा light rays convex लेन्सवर आपण पास करतो आणि ते एका ठिकाणी एका पॉईंटवर जॉईन होतात, त्याला आपण म्हणतो principal focus of the lens. Here F1 and F2, they are the principal focus of the lens. Now we will see about the convex and concave lens. See, children, what happens when light rays, you see first of all the figure A, when light rays are parallel to the principal axis. Principal means that black color that it is shown. When the light rays are parallel to the principal axis, and if they they are falling on a convex lens, what happens? They come together, and it appears as if they are they are joining at one point. We call it, and they focus together at a point on the principal axis, and that's why this type of lens is called a converging lens. Means, see, they are coming parallel to principal axis, and it is shown with pink color, see, and they converge means they join together at a point. That point it is shown by F2. And what happens? They are joining or they are converging. So that's why we call it as the converging lens. Means convex lens are also called as the converging lens. But exactly opposite it forms in the concave lens. What happens? See, when the rays are traveling to the principal axis, and of a concave lens, what happens? They diverge. Diverge means they do not come together, they get separated from each other after refraction. This point is called the principal focus of the lens. That point is what we call, they are called as the principal focus of the lens. And this type of lens is called as the divergent lens. Why? Because they are not coming at one point, they go away from each other. See f1 and f2, see, are they coming at f2? No, they are diverging from each other, means they are separating from each other, go away from one another. That's why this type of lens is called as the divergent lens. Then what do you mean by focal length? The distance between the optical center and the principal focus of a lens. Optical center means the point which is at the middle of the lenses, and the distance between the optical center and principal focus. See, optical center is shown in figure 7.4 and principal focus is shown in 7.5, that is f1 and f2. Optical center means at the middle, that is O. So distance between the optical center and principal focus is called its focal length. Okay.